to space, shall we? What a story this is. As you can see, the studio is a little different than usual, and there's a reason for it, because a new rocket was launched into space today. It had an all-female crew on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin New Shepard flight. The crew on board were not trained astronauts, no, some familiar faces, the likes of musician Katy and bride-to-be of billionaire Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez, who led the mission. After flying into space, the rocket touched back down to Earth successfully, and there was 11 minutes in total of whizzing around up there. Snazzy stunt or a glimpse into the future. I'm joined now by astronaut and entrepreneur Per Wimmer. Per, great to see you on the show. Thank you very much. So you're due in space at the end of next year, is that right?
That's right, it'll be my turn. So obviously wonderful to see a great launch today. Can't wait to get up there myself. I'm set, I'm ready, I'm fully trained.
Nervous?
Excited.
Yes.
It's not without risk, let's be honest, but it is terribly exciting.
Yes.
You've got to take a little bit of risk sometimes in life.
Well, look, hey, and also, you know, what a way to go as well, I'll just say it. But anyway, so when it comes to what we've seen today, how important, how impressive is it?
Well, it was an important mission in the sense it was an all-female mission, which hopefully sends a big message of inspiration out to young girls around the planet who wants to go into space, because we want to see more women in space. In our program, there's about a third of women. We want to see more. We want to see 50-50. So the more the merrier, and obviously a message like this, which is very high profile, when it helps send the right message out.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping we've got a little bit of footage that we can play as well of what was going on today. But you've got the likes of Katy Perry going up there as well. Oprah Winfrey was on the ground, but she was crying her eyes out because her friend was on board as well. I mean, how dangerous was it, really, to send those people up there, or was it not at all, really?
Well, the New Shepard rocket is relatively safe. If you look at it, it's only had one failure historically and one partial failure, which is not too bad for rockets.
Out of how many?
There hasn't been that many launches just yet, but it's a reasonably safe rocket. And in general, I would say rocketry has come very far. Even if you look at the Falcon 9 rocket, the SpaceX rocket, which is the workhorse, had 134 launches last year, only one little hiccup in one of the missions, so it's getting safer, but obviously, like everything in life, it's...
I just hope this is a bit of a new dawn. I mean, I missed, obviously, the space race and all of that, but so much came out of that, so much technology came out of that we use in day-to-day life as well. I believe there's things like CAT scans, MRI scans, that you partially use technology that came out of that really big ambition to basically beat the Russians and be quite ingenious in that way. So this could lead to other developments that we have in day-to-day life, couldn't it?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, you could argue that the Apollo program as such ended up creating Silicon Valley. I mean, there was so much technology that had to go into this thing in order to make this difficult mission possible. It is truly rocket science. And even today, when we talk about making it cheaper, better, safer, it takes a lot of clever people to do clever things. But there's a lot of spillover effects. You get cheaper access to space, you get cheaper satellites, you get cheaper communication, which you benefit from when you travel. You get pharmaceutical trials in space. It's good for medical science. It pushes the boundaries on that. So there's a lot of side effect, which sadly is perhaps less understood in the wider public. But space really helps a lot. So when people, including private investors, put in money into this thing, because they want to go to space and have a great time, there's a lot of positive side effects that comes out of it. The most important thing, I think, is the inspiration, but also technology moves forward. Yeah,
so when you're getting ready for your space trip, I mean, what kind of training are you having to do for that? And is there anything that can replicate that feeling of actually being jettisoned up into the atmosphere? And how are you dealing with that? What are you going to do?
Yeah. Couple of things you have to... I mean, I've flown fighter jets, for starters, which is pretty cool in its own right.
Yeah.
You know, jets, I've been up at flying at Mach 3 at 80,000 feet. I've seen the curvature of the Earth as I've been...
So it's not flat then, after all?
I can confirm. The Earth is round. Let's clear that out straight away. I've also done weightlessness training. They call it the Vomit Comet, zero-G training. Ilyushin 76 in Russia, or 727 in America, or indeed the Airbus if you fly in France. I've done all of them. And you go up and down for sort of 30, 40 seconds at a time, and you get the feeling of weightlessness, completely how it is to be in space. So your body gets gets used to it.
Well, look, I'm not going to hold you to this, and we were having a little bit of a joke off air, but you know that it is my dream to do a show from space. Is there a chance that that might happen, do you think?
I can put in a kind request, and it would be wonderful. We want to get the message out there, so more space.
Be very, very diplomatic about all of that. But, yeah, I do hope that this leads to, you know, a great era of space exploration, because at the moment we're seeing, you know, billionaires or pop stars or rich people going up. But you think that maybe for some of our viewers and listeners, especially maybe some of the younger ones, of which we have more and more and more now, you know, people who are 18 years old now watching this show, or even younger, do you think there's a good chance that in their lifetimes it might be quite viable for them to go to space?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look at what happened to aviation. In the late 1920s, early 30s, it was the privilege for government officials and high net worth individuals. Today, look, we got all sorts of low-cost carriers, and we hop to Spain and back again like taking a bus. I'm not going to say it's going to be like that for rocketry, but the cost will come down. Like any other private enterprise where you get competition involved, you get differentiation of services, and you get lower costs, which we can all benefit from.
We can. Well, Perth, thank you very much. Always an absolute pleasure. And good luck. I'm sure I'll see you between now and you jet off up to space, but good luck if I don't. Anyway, so look, coming up, we're going to be talking about a bit of a shift. This back down.